Oh yeah, is that it?
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Thanks for inviting me along today, man, and so pumped to be on the Gold Coast. It's absolutely gorgeous down here.
So as you know, I'm on a long run with Mr. Felix Oates. He's an absolute legend, and we've just been having a chat. He's going to talk to us a bit about the long run, and we decided to time it perfectly with this bin collection because it creates a really nice atmosphere to answer questions. I'm just kidding, we're going to run past that.
Yo, get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
G'day running fam, I'm Average Dom Slim. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's and welcome to 2024. If you've been to my channel before, thank you for coming back. And if this is your very first time here, a special welcome to you. I hope you enjoy the video and consider subscribing to my channel. Now today we're talking about the long run. The long run is an absolute staple in a great running regime. In fact, it's usually the number one tip I give when giving tips. So you want to make sure you're including a long run at least once a week. And long runs are a must. Sunday is another key day, and that is because it's long run day. You need to teach your body to run further, which builds your aerobic capacity. So to do this, what you want to do is add a long run to your regime. So today I wanted to go into a bit more detail about what constitutes a long run. So we're going to answer questions like, why run longer? How long is a long run? What pace do I run my long run at? How do I build up my long run? Can I run a long run on a school night? If I run my long run in a forest and no one is around to see it, does it count as a long run? And how do I fuel for the long run? And here to answer these questions is of course me, Average Dom Slim, and fellow YouTuber, marathoner, triathlete, friendly British gentleman, Mr. Felix Oates. So let me take you through my morning routine as I meet up with Felix Oates.
Legend himself, Mr. Felix Oates, the one and only. Hello, brother.
How you doing, you alright?
Excellent, man.
Good to see you.
How are you? You made it
Good,
perfectly
yeah.
on time, I reckon.
Yeah.
Now let's lay out the why. Here's number one, the long run is just the base for building your aerobic endurance. It has plenty of physical benefits, mental benefits, social, spiritual. Some are just simple and boring, but it's true. But let's hear from Felix Oates.
So, tell me about the long run. Why do you do long run as part of your regime, and what do you like about it?
Yeah, well, I think I run because like the feeling of running for me can literally feel like flying sometimes. Like it's a real tool in my arsenal for mindfulness, so it's almost quite meditative at times, and so I've always enjoyed doing longer runs. I've not run more than a marathon before, but one of my favourite parts of the week is getting out with my mates to do a long run, just like we're doing now, just running at conversational pace, because you're killing two birds with one stone. Like, you're catching up with a mate, you're getting life updates, you're supporting one another, but you're also, ticking the Ks by. I've got a group that I run with on a Wednesday, where we probably run 17, 18 Ks every week. It's become a real highlight of my week because I'm running with a group of my best mates at sunrise in a beautiful spot. But it's been so great because we've all had our challenges at one point or another, whether it be work, training, racing, physical stuff, recovering from injuries, and we're there for one another, and we don't just limit it to Wednesdays. We head out on adventure runs on the weekend. It's just it gives you life. It really gives you life.
Oh, absolutely.
And so I love the energy of a long run.
Now, distance, pace, when to run, how to build up. Let's tackle these questions as a bit of a bundle. Logistics, if you will. My first ever long run was back in 2019 when I decided I would train for a marathon. I ran 14 kilometers and it was my longest run ever. Now, your long run might be 10K, could be 15, 20, 25 or more. Or it could be based on time. I currently run my long run as 1 hour and 45 minutes on a Sunday morning. And that is probably going to increase soon as I commence a half marathon training block.
More to come on that soon, stay tuned.
So your long run should be at a very manageable pace. And you should finish your run feeling tired, but not absolutely knackered. So on average, I run my hour 45 long run at a pace of 4:45 per kilometer. But there are great tools out there at working out what you should be running at for your long run based on your PBs. Now, my long run accounts for somewhere between 22 to 25% of my weekly mileage, but a good rule of thumb is around 30%. All right, let's check back in with the old boy and see what he thinks.
How do you decide what you're going to run for a long run? How many Ks or how many minutes?
Yeah.
And how do you go about building it up? Have you always run the distance that you run on the long run? Do you always run 17, 18 Ks or how's it work?
So I think when I first started running, I thought that I needed to run as much as I could, as often as I could, and I wasn't concerned about running at a manageable pace. I was going all guns blazing, trying to run as fast as possible, and I can't say that I progressed loads as a runner during that time. I think where I've seen most of my progression is managing my efforts a bit more. So doing these long kind of runs at a really manageable pace, which allows me then to recover really easily and go and do like one of the faster sessions or a different kind of session through the week.
And just to confirm, the manageable pace, you measure that by being able to have a conversation, being able to chat?
Absolutely, yeah, because I'm not really like hugely numbers focused, so I'm not regularly looking at my heart rate, but I can see now, for example, it's 140, and like I know that I'm in a comfortable state to just run some slow Ks and be able to recover pretty soon after. So that's also a massive benefit of long running.
Yeah, absolutely.
Run slowly at conversational pace. A great hack is finding friends to run with and increase your long run gradually over several weeks, only once your body is ready. So recovery is an important point here too. When you're building your long run, you might feel wiped out for the rest of the day after your long run. That is totally fine. That's your body adjusting, but it's also a sign that maybe you're not ready to increase your long run for the very next Sunday. So a sign that you're ready is to run your long run and you have a completely normal day afterwards and you feel rested and rejuvenated, and then maybe that next Sunday you can increase your long run a little bit. Okay, let's talk fueling.
Also my shoulder, I know what you mean about the shoulder lift. Oh my God.
You getting this sore shoulder?
Yeah, it's good though.
Stop and chat if you want.
Yeah, you want
Walk for a bit.
I'm not used to this. I bet you've built up that exact muscle.
Forgot my pole this morning, so holding the camera up is pretty exhausting. Shall I jump on this side? You can do it with your left hand if you want.
Oh, actually, that's great. Oh, a little bit of a break. Oh, that's very nice. So what about the bits and pieces in and around the long run?
Yeah.
Particularly things like fueling.
Yes.
Before, during, after.
Yeah.
What do you do? Did you eat this morning?
And so I drink like a low carb electrolyte before a run, just to make sure that I'm really hydrated throughout. And then I'll probably have like a gel or two during a run, caffeinated. And then after a run, I'll have a protein shake and a really good breakfast.
Yeah, nice. What's brekkie?
Oats is like a really good brekkie for me.
I told you it was a stage name. It's definitely a stage name. It's not his real name. There's no chance it's his real name. And I'm changing mine to Dom Wheatbix, by the way. Average Dom Wheatbix is my new name. Felix Oates, do continue.
So as you may have seen, I always have a coffee, a banana, peanut butter, honey. That's usually my pre-run snack before a long run. During the run, I'll usually have one energy gel that's based on my current hour and 45-minute run. But as I said, as I increase that, I'll increase the gels during the run. A good rule of thumb for me is one gel per hour of running, but it changes for different people. And afterwards, I'm most definitely eating my staple breakfast that contains sourdough bread for carbs and eggs for protein. So that is kind of it. In summary, the long run is a super important part of a great running regime. Key elements: run slow, have a chat, run longer, fuel well, be consistent, and then reap the many rewards of the mighty long run. Oh yes, last unanswered questions. Absolutely, any day you like, as long as you're in bed by 9 o'clock. Yes, but it only counts if you log it on Strava. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like the video, consider subscribing to my channel. And come back next week as I discuss my races and goals for 2024. I'm Average Dom Slim. I'll see you next week.
Hey mate, how you doing? Good, thank you. You got anything to offer in the running world? Any advice for our runners?
Be happy
Yeah.
and run fast.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Thanks,
Brilliant.
mate. That's awesome. There you go. You heard it here first.
Great. Well, shall we do it? Shall we run again?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's perfect.